I am going to show you exactly how you can have a huge time saver and make several different sizes of your printables to sell on Etsy without having to recreate the image over and over and over again. Now, it's not always going to be the case. There are going to be cases where you will have to recreate it. So for an example, like an 11 by 14 probably isn't going to switch very well to a 5 by 7 if it has a background on it. So I'm going to jump into that here in just a moment. But before I get into the video, if you are new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button and also the bell notification because you do not want to miss out on any future videos about how to make money online. Now, this topic came up in my Facebook group, and if you have not yet joined my Facebook group, you just get on Facebook, make sure you're searching under groups for Etsy passive income. Make sure you answer the 2 questions, and one of the moderators or myself will allow you into the group, and we would love to have you. Lots of helpful information. It is a group that's not entirely huge. I think we've got a little over 500 people in the group, but it's very active. So make sure you jump over there and join that group. And I'm also going to have some information soon on one-on-one coaching with me, so if you're interested in doing that, I will be soon, probably in the next video, leaving information on how you can do that. So let's jump right into this. Now, to save time on this video, because we don't want it to be an hour long, I'm going to go here just to my photo library, or actually I'm going to go here to the designer. I'm switching back over here to the designer. Now right here I am going to select an 11 by 14. Okay, so here is our blank template. Now I'm going to use just something I've created in the past, and it was this image right here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and put this image on here. And as you can see, it fits perfectly in an 11 by 14 because this is how I saved it, was an 11 by 14. But what if you want to sell it as an 8 by 10? Let's try that too, because this has a background and it's not something that we can take the background out of. Okay, so I'm going to go to New, I'm going to go to 8 by 10, and I'm going to click Create. And I think that an 11 by 14 will convert to an 8 by 10 beautifully. So we're going to take that same design and we're going to put this on here. And this converted also beautifully. It did not distort this in any way, shape, or form. So, however, let's try to do the 5 by 7. So, once again, there are just going to be some cases where you're going to have to recreate the design all over again. So as you can tell on this image here, a 5 by 7 is a lot more slender than that. Now it's probably not going to look awful, but it's not going to be the same as the other. So I'm going to pull this over here. And I'm going to drag it down here. Now, as you can tell, it doesn't look bad, okay? However, to me, it's not as wide as it was. Now, you can, if you've got these edges, you can make it a little bit wider by kind of going like this. And then it looks, a little bit more like the original design. But I just personally think that in this case you may or may not have to recreate it into a 5 by 7 depending upon what your design is, because you don't want to distort the original image. So And then all you would have to do in this case is you would save these images over and over again. And you're just going to save this, and this is a 5x7. Okay, so is what we would want to do next, and our final step is we're going to hop over to paint.net, and we are going to upload this image. And sorry, I think I've got the top of that cut off just a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and open the 5x7 image, and we're going to save it into a high quality. Okay, so as what we're going to do here is we're going to click on image, we're going to click on resize, and you want to make sure that this box is checked right here for maintain aspect ratio. Okay, so we are going to switch this to 300 DPI or 300 resolution, and it tells you right here that this is indeed a 5x7. We can click OK, and then it's going to save it. Now, it's up to you on whether you think you need to recreate the design, you know, going from something like an 11x14 to a 5x7 or something like a 4x6. And I'm just going to go ahead and save this into the high quality image. And then we have it saved, and we also have it saved in 300 DPI. Okay, so I'm going to hop back over here to iPicky, and I'm going to show you how to do a design if you don't have a background. And this could be a time saver on just about anything. If you're making greeting cards, and let's say you're making the greeting card a 5x7 like this, or if you're making it in landscape mode, it just depends on how you want to do that. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So it can be a huge time saver. So I'm actually going to click on new. I'm going to discard this design. And I always say start with the biggest that you are going to offer. Okay, so I'm going to start with an 11x14 template. Okay, now I know I have talked about in my previous videos that you can go to lunapic.com and you can take out the background just by, you know, one click of a button. Now that works great if you have darker colored items, but if you have lighter colored items, you know, especially watercolor flowers or anything like that that has any white or light pink, light yellow, it's going to take all that with it. So here's a solution to that. And really, I think this is now, as I've gone along in this journey, this is my preferred method of making a design on a transparent background. We're going to click right here on background, and we're going to take this and we're going to fade it all the way to 100%. And what that does is it makes this background completely transparent. I don't know if you can see that if you're on your mobile device watching, but this is a completely transparent background. Okay, so this is an 11x14, and now is what we're going to do is we're going to create a simple design on this. And I'm still trying to get this bumped up just a little bit more. So now that we have our transparent background already, we do not have to do anything else with this. So I'm going to just make a simple design here. I am going to add this watercolor blob, and we are actually creating the design directly on this transparent background. And I know I'm just kind of making, you know, like a simple design here, but design videos would take hours, and nobody is going to sit through an hour or more of a video. Okay, so I really kind of like the position of this. I've kind of got it diagonally. However, this is just a little bit darker than what I would like it to be, so I'm going to fade it. And I'm taking that to about 23 to 25%. I've actually got that at 24. Now I'm going to go ahead and add some text. And I'm just going to type "slay all day." Now, if you've watched my previous videos, you know I like to add my text separately because that way you can move it however you want to. Okay, and then the next thing that I do is I like to change my font. So I'm going to click over here on local, which is all of my fonts and anything that I have ever created. And I'm also going to pause the video so you do not have to watch me scrolling through all these fonts. Okay, so I'm really liking this. Only thing I want to do is I would really like to change. This is such a harsh black color. I always like to fade it a little bit, especially with the pink background. And I'm taking that to about 26%, and I'm going to do the same for these. Okay, so here is our design, and it is already on a transparent background, so you do not have to worry about taking the background out, because most likely if we were designing this on a solid white background and we went to take the background out on Lunapic, this light color here, some of these pinks, you see how it has some like really light pink areas right here? Those would probably also be taken out as well. So we want to make sure that we preserve the entire design. So I'm going to go ahead and save this, and here's an important step right here. Right here it says, do you want to save this image as a PNG? Make sure you do not select the JPEG, because if you do that, it's going to save it on a white background. We want this to be a PNG background. So I am going to go ahead and save this image to my desktop. Just so I can find it easily while I'm making the video, and I'm going to return back to iPicky and then show you how we can make this different sizes easily. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and click new here. So we've already created our design once. So is what we want to do now is we're going to click on new, because we don't have to save this. We already have it saved. It's an 11 by 14, which is the highest size that I'm going to go to for this design. And now we're going to click on, we are going to go ahead and click on an 11 by 14, and we're going to click create. So we're going to upload this design. And it is a PNG background, so all we have to do is drag this design over onto here, and then we're going to fit this into this design. And that's how you do that, okay? It's really that simple. It's now on a white background. So let me go ahead and delete this, and we're going to change the size to an 8 by 10. And we're going to click create. The beauty about having this in a PNG format is that you can actually, it has some space around it to where if it was going to look distorted, you can always work around that. Okay, so this is the 8 by 10, and that has saved very nicely. Okay, and then now we have the, I'm going to go down to a different size. I'm going to go down to a 5 by 7. Now a 5 by 7 is a more slender look. So we're going to try to get that in here as best as we possibly can. Now, because this is a PNG background and it's going to be on a white background, we can actually, a 5x7 is actually longer than an 11x14, and it's also longer than like an 8x10. So I'm actually just going to do this about halfway. I put this kind of in the middle. And then you can bring this down a little bit. So if you notice, I'm leaving some room up here at the top and also down here at the bottom, because if I filled this entire thing, it's going to distort our image a little bit. Even though it doesn't look that bad, it still looks better if you do it like I had it before, where you just make this in the middle. And then there we go. So then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save this image to my desktop, and then we're going to hop back over to paint.net and we're going to save it in a high resolution. Okay, so I'm going to go to File, Open, okay, so here is our 5x7, and we want to make sure this has a high quality. So we literally just made a numerous amount of sizes just by taking the PNG and dragging it over onto different sizes. So our last step that we want to do is to make sure it's a good quality before you upload it to Etsy. So we just click on Image, click on Resize. Make sure that this box is checked, maintain aspect ratio, and we're going to take this resolution of 96 here and we're going to change it to 300. And it automatically changes this. The width is 5 and the height is 7. So it's a 5x7. We're going to click OK. And then we are going to save as. And yes, I'm going to go ahead and override the one that I had before, because this one is the high quality. So there we go. We now have this in a high quality. So I hope this video was helpful to you. If you do have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to join my Facebook group, Etsy Passive Income, and also don't forget to smash that subscribe button for more ways to make money online. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.